Like usual, I'm driving the roads of West Virginia, noticed this fence, and noticed a structure. Looks like a small cabin, and it looks like it's severely overgrown and hopefully isn't occupied. But I figured we could venture in. It's not posted, no purple paint, nothing saying to keep out. So let's take a closer look, see if this place has a story to tell. Okay, we're partway on the property now. You can see there's a wash area that comes through here. And it's not in terrible shape from what I could see. But I could tell though that the power meter is gone. So that's a good sign. But I don't even know where the entrance is. I'm guessing it's on the other side. Severely overgrown. There's another little structure behind it too. It's a collapsed shed. And this is built basically on the side of an embankment here. Pretty thick woods. I think my best bet is to maybe circle around and we'll try the other side if we could. Windows look like they're pretty modern. They're not busted out. All right, let me see what I could do. I don't want to trudge through stuff that's like impenetrable, get cut up, get tick infested, but I am curious if it's open. If it's not open, I'm not going to go in, obviously. I'm not going to break in, but the door is open. You know, we'll see what we can check out. It's old custom handmade ladder hanging there. There's a few little structures here. Here's like a bed spring. Maybe they're making moonshine here. Yeah, oh, there's a stove in there. It's all collapsed. See a lot of plastic containers. Gotta watch for snakes. Oh, outhouse. Toilet paper rolls right there on the right. There's the seat. These might be, oh, something flew up my nose. Might be one, maybe two outhouses here. So that definitely plays a part. It's been here a while. That place may not even have plumbing, but where do you go from here? A lot of pines growing here. I think we need to go up and around to gain access. Watch, we're gonna go through all this effort and won't be able to get inside. It's hard to believe, but it's right through these trees. Can't even see it. I honestly don't know how to get through it. This one may defeat me before we even get up to it. Now, if I had like boots on, long pants, machete, be a different story. But there's just no pathway, no nothing. I don't think anyone's been inside in a few decades. All right, we're gonna go for it. Watch your eyes. Oh, God. Well, we're here, but it's locked up. Is it? Is it not? No, it was locked up. Okay, this is open. So you saw in the video, this is already open. Anyone here? Sounds like I hear someone walking. A little unnerving. This this is. It has a creepy vibe to it. There's mail there. So people have been here before me, obviously. The locks are broken. But it's like people left and just never came back. It makes you wonder what happened. Like, was it a car accident? Was it an illness? Let's see, we got a phone book here. 93, 94. That very well could be the last time this place was occupied. Pretty sure a gentleman lived here. Got a few hats. A hunter shooting the mallard there. Hoover vacuum. VP, if you're watching, that's for you. Wood paneling, so probably 60s or 70s remodel maybe. No electricity, obviously. We knew that with the meter gone. National Geographic books. And the kitchen. I'm not going in there, but that is the kitchen. What kind of refrigerator is this? Let's see. Westinghouse. Oh, Westinghouse, okay. Well, I gotta take a peek inside. Looks like it's cleaned out, surprisingly. Okay, so I don't think they left to never come back. They just decided to leave. Is that CEMI? Semi? Chemi? I don't know if that's a coal or wood stove. That's their heat source. I'm guessing, and we saw a couple sinks. They may have had a well on site for water. Or a spring house, maybe filled up buckets of water, brought in here to do dishes, clean up. No bathroom, obviously. Look at the old blue Walmart bags. Haven't seen those since I don't know when. Now they have the gray ones. So that mail came from the County Waste Authority. Looks like a bill. A little breaker box right here. So, yeah, it looks like it was wood. Here's the firewood. That answers our question. It says welcome. A lot of switches everywhere. Well, I'm glad the effort was worth it. We're able to get inside. No critters in here. Nobody squatting in here. But it's literally a 2-room cabin, cottage, bedroom, dining room, living room combo, and a really small kitchen. All right, we're going to leave this exactly how we found it. That's just how I found it. So it's closed. And just to show you, this is what I came through to make it here. So if anyone ever thinks, hey, filming these places is pretty easy, not always. That was a neat little finding. I think this is gonna be a start of a few locations we're gonna check on our way out of West Virginia heading towards Virginia. So this one I found earlier in the week and decided to come back today, and it was worth the effort. I thought for a second we wouldn't get inside, but based on what you see with the overgrowth and everything, do you agree that 90s was probably the last time it was occupied? I think so. I think it's pretty close to that. People have been inside, but it's not tagged up, it's not trashed. It's almost left how they last lived in it, except that it has been cleaned out. Most personal possessions are gone, the fridge was cleaned out, and we know they had no bathroom inside, at least. Whether or not they had running water is a different story, but neat little place. completely hidden here by the foliage and definitely has a story to tell. And where I'm standing here is the parking pad. So would have parked right here. Got a little fence line over there, fence line over there, and who knows how many acres they may or may not own behind it. So this one was interesting. Nothing spectacular, but I have a few other locations in mind we're going to head to next. So if you're ready for more of a urban exploration adventure here in the mountains of West Virginia, you know what to do. Just come along with me. Now this is one that I've shown before. I want to stop back because it's something that looks like out of a postcard or a movie. I was never able to gain access to it. There is a barbed wire fence going around the entire perimeter. Power meter's still there, but it's obvious no one's living here. It's not occupied, but most likely privately owned and looked after. And I'm sure the house has memories tied to it, which is why it's still standing. Otherwise it probably would have been torn down. Not in great condition. Has old wood frame windows. The glass is still intact, surprisingly. But I love the setting here with the trays. The shade, the trees, the high grass. You got the mountains behind it. Although I'd love to get inside, see what it's like. Could be completely empty, could be full of contents. But this one will have to remain a mystery. But it is along the roadway here, so I figured make a quick stop, give it a quick revisit, in case those who have not seen it before down here in West Virginia. It's also, if you could tell, it may not come through on camera, it is leaning slightly to the right. So it looks like it's not sitting straight. There was a front porch over like an awning that's gone, but you could tell the door frame and the windows and stuff are kind of shifted to the right. So it's not holding up incredibly well, but the roof looks relatively good on it, surprisingly. It has a shingled roof. It actually looks rather new. So maybe this is going to have a future. Maybe it has some historical significance. That I don't know. There's no placards here, but it's standing here for a reason and protected, not vandalized in any sense of the means, but I like it though. Welcome to Bartow, West Virginia. Got a couple findings right here. There's an abandoned motel, an abandoned gas station, and possibly something else down the road. Looks like this lot's being used for storage for semi-trailers. Now the property is posted, so we're not going to try to venture inside, but we can at least look around, get a sense of what it was like. And then there's an old Exxon station here too that currently is for sale and looks like it's in abandoned condition. I found this last year driving by, but it was raining out, so I didn't bother stopping, but I did add it to my list of returns. This is known as the Hermitage Motel and Restaurant. If I'm able to find any details about when it opened, when it closed, reviews, stuff like that, I'll share it within the video. If not, if you happen to know anything about it, by all means, you're welcome to share. I believe this was the restaurant part here. Bunch of windows for the dining room. Looks like the main entrance would have been right here. It is completely boarded up. But arriving here, I noticed around the back side was probably the owner's residence right there. Goes around. But again, it's all posted. I want to be respectful, especially in another state. I like the hanging chandeliers here. There's 3 of them. Something is blocked off here. Can we? That's like a hallway in there. Looks like it enters maybe into the owner's residence. There's a speaker right there. Oh, look at the friggin' front porch here. Maybe it's best I walk on the parking lot here, not the sidewalk. You know, I'm noticing too, no windows up here by the doors. Must be on the back side. And This was a motel that had physical keys for entry instead of the more modernized electronic card readers. Here's another corner, might be a hallway. They did a pretty good job boarding it up. I could actually maybe reach you in there. Yeah, so a hallway maybe connects to vending or ice machine or something. Makes me wonder if the owner of the motel also maybe owned the gas station, because it looks like they're connected. That's that hallway that we just saw. Yeah, I'm guessing same owner for both properties here, both businesses. What is this, kerosene? This pump dispenses dyed diesel fuel. Oh, so that's for like farm equipment. Crawl space beneath the hotel there, or motel. There's the bathroom facilities. Broken window right there. Doesn't look terribly old, but has that old school feel to it. You know, they would have had like the oil or wipers for sale in there. Some other things like air filters. Probably did like quick loop changes. So it looks like bathrooms right here. Now what's this bigger building behind it? And they had above ground tanks for kerosene here. And maybe for all the fuel was above ground. Is that a year? I mean, obviously it's a year, but is that a year or a code? If you know that, let me know. High sulfur, non-highway diesel fuel. And they took Visa, MasterCard. That's the kind you pull it and flip it. Look what was on the property here too. Payphone. The phone itself is still there. It's missing the receiver. There's a car behind here. And there's a deer. Yeah, I'm thinking that this might be another wing of the rooms. Car looks like it's maybe it has a flat tire. Now people come back here, there's like access to their properties. Okay, so this is bigger than I thought. It has a lot more rooms. So these rooms have windows by the door. Yeah, that car has a flat tire. That's been sitting there for a while. If we could find like a clean window, maybe peer inside. So it looks like the rooms are counting down here, but counting up on top. It's like room 44 up on there. So there's maybe 50 rooms approximately. And here's your access to the second level. Oh, there's an open window up there. Oh, there's a couple open doors. Okay, so maybe either people are living here or people check on it and they're venting, aerating the rooms. But that'll give us a glimpse inside though. This door is not even closed. Just storage of mattresses. Yeah, I don't feel super comfortable being here myself, knowing it's posted and knowing there's open doors and some corridors that are open. There could be people here. I don't want to push my luck, but I'm trying to be respectful, but as curious as possible. The fine line to draw here. Yeah, these rooms right now are being used for storage. It's all the furniture. Now, this one was open and they padlocked it. Yeah, I could see through the windows, they're really dirty. There's a table, a lamp. So there's, some of them are still set up how they once were. And some are padlocked, some are not. That's really boarded up. Looks like it's been closed for a number of years. And I guess I had property back here too. I see lamps back here, like light posts. 1, 2, at least 3 of them. Fire hydrant right there. So there may have been like a little courtyard area here. And that's going to be the back of the owner's apartment. Looks like they had a nice fireplace too. Now there's a neighbor over there that did see me, so I don't want to push my luck any further. I don't know how really actively watched this is. I was going to go up to the second level, stick you guys through some of those windows, but I think we've seen enough here. Let's go back around before we overstay our welcome. Now we know the gas station is for sale based on the sign in the window, but is the motel for sale? And is it like a package deal? Makes you wonder, but most likely it probably still could be reopened at some point. You know, it's not in terrible shape. Probably just needs some updating, some renovating. And there's someone pulling in here, so we may be getting questioned. Here's the other pumps too. These are the kind you pull out and you lift. Yes. So these are a little bit more newer, updated pumps. But they don't even really use those today unless you find like an old school gas station. Okay, I think that truck might just be a curious onlooker. They pulled in, went around the backside of the semi-trailers, and they're sitting over by the other end of it by the restaurant. But neat little roadside find, you know. Probably was busy back in the day. But this area, as far as I know, doesn't have like any significant draw for tourists. I mean, we're not too far from Seneca Rocks, but I know there's a lot more lodging areas closer to there. So over here, it may just be too little too late. Yeah, that truck's sitting over there, so I think we stayed long enough. Let's get back in the vehicle, continue on. Got someone else that pulled in here. How you doing?
Howdy.
How are you?
Well, not too bad. How you doing?
Good.
Somewhere here close to this, there used to be an old drive-in theater.
Oh, really?
On the right, but I'm thinking it's gone now.
Yeah. Do you remember, like, when this used to be open, was it busy?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was real busy.
I always wonder, like, what happened, like, you know, what forced them to close? Was it lack of business or health issues or something else?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Did you ever eat at the restaurant there?
I ate there one time. Now, it's pretty darn good food, too.
Yeah.
I worked down there at the other end of this, down there next to Durbin there at Frank. Used to be a tannery down there.
Okay.
It's going.
Yeah.
I see houses down in that bottom now. My gosh, I didn't even know it closed out.
So a lot's changed in 40 years, I guess, then.
Yes, it has. My goodness.
So what they say, the only constant is change.
Yeah.
Nothing stays the same forever.
No. It either changes for the good or goes
not so
for
good.
the worse.
Well, that was a pleasant surprise. So one vehicle pulled in, not sure what they were doing. I'm like, oh, they're just admiring it like myself. Another vehicle pulled in behind them, and they were parked over by the restaurant. So I'm like, I'm gonna get ready to leave. Next thing you know, another vehicle pulls in, that little red one right there. Old timer gets out. He's like, "What you up to?" And I'm like, "Oh, just checking it out." And since he, seemed like he knows his area, I'm like, "Do you know anything about this place?" He's like, "I moved out of here in '86. I'm just back here to see what things are like now." He's like, "Boy, has it changed." But he said when this was open, it was a busy, bustling place, that the restaurant had good food, and that it used to be something else before Exxon, and it was full service. So meeting up with someone like that is so incredibly helpful and useful for certain locations. He doesn't know when it closed because it closed after he left. But he said when it was open, it was busy. But his name was Rome. He's living a few towns away now. after getting divorced. He left in '86. Really polite. You can hear the thick accent. And we were talking a little bit off camera. Really nice guy, though. And he's like, wish you well on your travels. I'm like, same to you. So with that being said, we got more information than we had earlier. So let's go a little bit further down, see what else is in this town. If not, we're going to head another direction where there might be some things that we checked out in the past that we could possibly revisit. So a little bit more to come. Yeah, so right here is a big mill area. He said this wasn't here when he left in '86. It's a big, whether it's a lumber yard or a mill, pretty big facility. I saw it in Google Maps. Takes up a large footprint. So he's like, yeah, things have changed quite a bit. And I told him, like, the only thing that stays the same is change. The only constant is change. I hear a train horn. But we have something else. Right here across the road. Looks like an abandoned farm. Got the barn in back. A couple smaller structures and the home right here, which is falling apart in modern time. Front porch covering is falling completely off. You can see the exposed joists there. Again, old windows, window frames. I can actually see the glass. It has like a, it's not like perfectly clear and translucent. It has like a, almost like a funhouse mirror effect to it. Roof is definitely not good. We've got a hole in the roof right up there. And looking at it, you know, it's a 2-story place, but the second story, the windows are basically right at the floor. So not really tall ceilings, I'm guessing. It's like there would have been a sidewalk right there leading right to that front door. A lot of busted windows. Obviously that door is blocked off with the roof. But as we come around the side of it though, get a little better view of it here. There's another porch area where the roof is still intact. Looks like a nice looking place. There's another structure there, maybe a garage that collapsed. And again, this one is not posted or anything, so we're gonna venture down closer. And if anyone says anything, we'll obviously respectfully leave. I don't know if we'll be able to get inside, but we can at least peer through the window. Looks like the screen door is just completely gone. The door's open. Based on what you see, if you have information on dating, let me know. Like I said, wood framed windows. The windows have like a, I don't know the name of it or how to describe it. It's almost like a funhouse mirror where it looks like it's distorted. Could have been one house at one time and they built onto it over the years. So this is like a porch area, but it's not, you know, there's nothing above it. There's corrugated metal as roofing right there. Obviously we have 2 fireplaces or chimneys. I shouldn't say fireplaces, but 2 chimneys, one there. See the top of the other one over there. It's like big farmland behind it, sitting on multiple acres. And nothing was done with it as far as we could tell. I'm really risking walking through this high grass here. The back porch fell apart too. There is an active residence over there. So we got a structure that's leaning to the right, leaning to the road, and the big barn behind it. But the grass is so overgrown here that it's almost not worth trekking through it. But since that door is open, we're gonna at least peer inside. Maybe take a walk inside. See how the vibe feels and the energy around here. Oh boy, it's not looking good. Anyone here? Clothes and toys. Is that a Care Bear? So there is a fireplace. It's like maybe they were packing to leave and someone came through and rummaged through all their stuff. There's a bunny right there. What kind of TV is that? Something stereo, System 3, Zenith. Console television. Yeah, I gotta watch. I'm gonna get dive bombed by birds here. That's all I need. Front corner room here. Wood paneling. Some tiled roof. Doesn't smell bad in here. I don't smell mold at all. Oh, upstairs looks questionable. Neat staircase though. Documents on the floor. So here's the front door. It's like a notch right there. Skeleton key. Look at that light fixture. It's like from the 70s. It's like crystallized. Wallpaper, old electrical. Looks like they did do some remodeling, or this might be an addition here. There's sheetrock here. This would have had plaster and lath back in the day. Stationary bike. It's like another living room. There's a lot of rooms here. Yeah, this has 70s written all over as far as furniture and wallpapering and lighting. But this house is, I would easily say 1800s. It's like a fun house. It's like room after room. It's thick panes of glass, but distorted glass panes. Plaster and lath ceilings. There's yarn spindles as like the door handle. Ah. So, collapsed. This is the back. The garage is right there. Washer, dryer. Kitchen. Had running water. Most likely has a bathroom somewhere, but probably had an outhouse back in the day. Yeah, here's the bathroom. This is probably an addition at one time. It's a good sized home. You can tell the dryer was plugged in here and washer right next to it. They have the drain right there. So they added plumbing later on for the bathroom and for washer dryer. Before that, it's probably washboard. These are like stainless steel, almost metal cabinets. Probably got spices or pictures right there. There's a key hanging right there. Well, the only thing left to do, that's updated. Only thing left to do is to go up those stairs, which looks the least inviting. Oh, there's another area where would have been a stove right here. So I don't know if there's a basement to this. There may or may not be. I haven't seen basement access unless it's from the outside with like Bilco doors. Well, at least I know if I fall through the steps, I'm not going to fall very far. So I think we're going to be okay. I just don't know if there's any critters up here. This is like not even finished up here, or it's stripped, or it's a partial. Oh, there is a fire up here. Yeah, I can smell it. This is charred. That's a tree hitting the side of the house, rubbing against it. Boy, Lucky this whole place didn't burn down. It's like maybe the fire started in there, came into here. That's the worst room of them. May have been an electrical fire. Look at that. The rooms aren't that tiny either. As I mentioned, the windows go right down to the floor almost. With how old this house is though, it's shocking that it didn't burn down. It's all skeleton keys. It's probably a house too where they hid stuff in the floorboards. If that room burned, I don't want to walk over there. And the floor I'm walking on is slanted. Yeah, they must have either put it out themselves or fire department got here pretty quick, but this floor is leaning to the left. So we're right above the front porch there. Probably why it's slanted the way it is. Oh, the rooms keep going. This is behind the burned room. I think that door probably prevented the fire from spreading in here. Clawfoot tub. This might be above the bathroom downstairs, possibly, or nearby. Look at that color there too. That's behind the wallpaper. And this looks like almost like maybe 90s wallpaper. It's like that solo cup, not solo cup, Maui cup vibe to it. Oh, look at the wallpaper in here. This might be a children's room. Aviation, farm scenes. Or maybe this was like an office or a studio maybe. I don't see a secondary stairwell, so like no like hired help, obviously, like farm help I don't think lived here, or maids or whatever you want to call them. So I think it was just a large family home who farmed here. That's what everything points to anyways. These are all recipes. Savory potato soup, after school cookies, scalloped chicken casserole, cheesecake. They're all just scattered there. It's all notes and mostly printed recipes. I see children's clothes, we saw some toys, so paints a picture. Seemed like a cozy family home living on the farm. Pretty close to the roadway though. Usually they're tucked away further back. But we know there's multiple structures back there, but this is not the time of year to go back there, and I'm not equipped with the proper clothing to do so. But I'm just gonna give it one more once over, make sure I didn't miss anything, because I want to make sure I didn't miss a basement. And if there is outside Bilco door access, I didn't see it yet. What is this guy? Let me give you a better lighting here. Who is that? Or what is that? It's only got one eye. Is that like a platypus? Oh, you know what? Basement access is right there. That's where the Bilco doors would have been, and it's impenetrable. There's like a big bush growing through it. So I think there is a basement. We just can't get to it. So that answers that question. And there's the barn. It's like probably a big hayloft up on top. Nice big tree here. Probably looked incredible when this place was lived in, where the property was taken care of. It's really, really overgrown now, but you can still envision how it would have looked at one time. All right, we're gonna leave it how we found it. Door is propped open like that. And we're walking out, leaving it the same way. Great to see that it's not vandalized. It's all natural decay. I didn't see one piece of graffiti, and other than the clothes strewn about, I mean, it's pretty much just being overcome by the elements. Pretty good sized house though, you know, multiple rooms. You could tell that was the living room here with those windows. Small kitchen, probably had additions at one time or renovations. But nice setting, close to the roadway like I mentioned. But beyond that though, if I was to guess when this was last lived in, I would say late 90s, maybe early 2000s at the latest. There's definitely some updates done with the electrical work and some plumbing, but really surprising fire didn't destroy that whole thing. This was a neat finding, brand new for me. So now we got back in the vehicle and start making our way closer to Virginia. Well, we are now back in Virginia, and I haven't come across anything else abandoned to explore, but I did pass through the beautiful small town of Monterey, Virginia. Nice little historic town. I thought maybe potentially something there. There wasn't, just some older homes, couple businesses. I was going to film it, but I didn't really go with the feel and vibe of today's video of us doing some urban exploration, so I opted not to do that. And from right here on out, I'm heading towards 81 North and making my way back north through Pennsylvania. So I want to say that hopefully you enjoyed what I was able to share with you. One or two little revisits, a few new things along the way. I'd love to hear which one was your favorite location for me. What the hell is that? Something croaking or quacking or something. For me was the large farmhouse that we did after the motel there, where it nearly got lost to fire, but miraculously it survived. Has a story to tell, and future is unknown, but great to see very little to no vandalism or graffiti. Kind of just left untouched to the elements, natural decay, which is always great to see. Down here in West Virginia is definitely different than Pennsylvania when it comes to urban exploring. Not only do you have to be a little bit more tedious about where I go, but most locations aren't trashed and graffitied and ruined like you typically see. So it's a nice change of pace. Well, hopefully you enjoyed what I was able to share with you. If you haven't seen my road trip video coming down this way, check the link down below in the description. Otherwise, thanks for watching. And as always, I don't know what it is making that noise. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.